We met Gift Augustine in Suleja, Nigeria, while building the first ever Hello Hub. Gift works to end the violent and harmful practices of breast ironing and female genital mutilation. Breast ironing involves the pounding and burning of girls' chests, with the intent of delaying or stopping the development of breasts. This is typically carried out by mothers or grandmothers in an attempt to reduce the chances of rape or underage marriage. Katrin McMillan, our executive director, sat down with Gift to discuss her work.
I mean, you're a maternity nurse, you're focused on maternity. Do you see many women in your local area who have been circumcised?
A lot, yeah.
You do? You
yes,
still see a lot of women who've been
of them,
circumcised?
yes.
And you see young women who've been circumcised?
Of course.
You do?
A lot of cases.
And how is the campaign informing families of the dangers and the injustice of circumcision? How has that worked or not worked?
Well, I would say it's not working, and at the same point it's working, because like the ones I see when you come, if I see it, I tend to like talk to their parents. And like where I'm working in Nasarawa State, the place I stay, I organize a program where I talk about that circumcision that is not good. And then the woman raised her hand to say, "You're not circumcised in this community, you're not yet a woman. So you have to be done, you have to go through the circumcision for you to be a real woman. And once you're not circumcised, you're half a woman and you're not recognized in the community." And I'm like, the effect of it, do you know it? They say it doesn't have any effect. They're okay with it. That I should not come and spoil their children. I should allow them to do what they've been doing and not to corrupt their tradition. I said, oh, it's okay.
And what do you think? I mean, it seems to me that destroying a woman's breasts and removing her clitoris is about, it's about a number of things, but it's also about removing the possibility of sexual enjoyment for a woman. Do you think that that's a big part?
Like the woman I asked, the last person that came, I asked her, do you enjoy sex during lovemaking? She said yes, she don't have any problem with it, that she's okay, that she does not think that she's just like every other woman. I said, are you sure? She said yes. That's it. But I tried to tell her the difference between someone that has a clitoris and the person that doesn't have a clitoris. She said no, that they are all the same thing.
So it's like the difference between a man who can get an erection and a man who can't?
Who doesn't? They said no, that is the same thing. Both those that have clitoris and those that don't have, they are all women. That they enjoy their lovemaking.
Maybe. I mean, a part of me likes to hope that if we could explain to women how enjoyable making love can be if you are, you know, if you still have your clitoris, that hopefully there would be a revolution, but I don't think it's going to be that simple. I do think that it takes one woman at a time, one family at a time.
No, it's not going to be easy, but
and one community at a time.
With time.
It's incredibly important. With time it will change.
With time.
It must change. And I think it's important to work with the women. I know that it's often the women who are the main barrier as well.
Women are really suffering indeed.
They are suffering.
They're suffering.
They are suffering, and they...
A lot of cases, like the VVF. The VVF, the physical vaginal fistula, no. You know, we that work in the local community, we see most of those cases. They're not even here, but if you're there in those villages, you see a lot of them. And
the fistula here, is that caused by sexual violence or by birth?
By birth. Yeah, careless handling during delivery.
Where are most people giving birth here?
Most of them do it in the house.
Most of them do it.
And then
with a traditional birth.
Traditional birth attendants. Just few come to the hospital to deliver.
Maternal mortality is a huge problem in Nigeria.
Honestly speaking.
I think it's second only to India, which is really
it's high.
It is. It's really, really high.
It's high.
And I think until we get the women organised around being outraged and horrified at the injustice that they're suffering, it's going to be quite hard to change it. But the good news is we are 50% of the population of the world, of this country, and there are many of us. And slowly, one community at a time, I really believe it is possible to change the way people think and behave.
Yeah.
Let's keep working together this week and beyond, because we can meet every day, every week, via Skype, and think about these issues. And also, I think we should go online and do some research about who else is working on them and what they found that works.
Okay.
And find some support for the work that you're doing so that we can grow it, and so that you can do it safely.
Okay.
What areas are you working in specifically, regionally, at the moment? You're up north.
Both north, the south, the east. Everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
And where are you focused?
The East.
You're focused on the East. And
Yes.
what's your focus?
Here in Niger State,
Here in
The
Nigeria.
North.
logistics.
Okay. And what does your job involve? What do you do kind of day to day?
Yes, I go educate the mothers, and this is what they have to do. That's the breast ironing is causing harm to their daughters. That you can protect your daughter without ironing her breast.
And how do you find the mothers? How do you get to them? How do you get organised?
Is very, very difficult, and that is one of the challenges. It's very, very difficult.
So how would you usually get a group of women together?
Yes, maybe in the church you talk to the women that there's something like this going on. You go to the mosque, they come together. You try to educate them, convince them. I think with that we can be able to get them.
Okay. Would it be useful to get the men as well involved in this maternal and child health? To do a meeting with women, but also to do a meeting with men and talk about, because in my experience, maternal health is often contingent on a man who is the gatekeeper to access to giving birth in hospital, access to transport to get to hospital. Is it worth talking to the men as well?
It's okay, but they don't respond. Because most times we've tried to like organize shows where we invite the men to also educate them, not just the women alone, but they don't come. It'll be just 2, 3.
Right.
They'll tell you it's not their problem, it's the woman's problem, that should handle the problem.
Okay.
So that's it.
Okay. Should we raise this with the women's group that are working on the Hello Hub? Should we raise this issue and ask how is it worth making them aware of some of the problems? I don't think that, I'm not sure if there are issues that this particular group have experienced themselves. It's hard to tell. But it would be interesting to see what they have to say about
Of
how...
course, because a lot of people have not had it. It's
Yeah.
strange, it's not
Sure.
common,
No.
but it's there.
Yeah.
It's still on even till tomorrow.
Well, I think that one of the things I'd like to start with is by doing some research on who in the international community is aware of it. If it's happening in Cameroon and it's happening in other countries as well, presumably some people are campaigning against it.
Okay.
So it would be interesting just to look online and see who's documented it already and what they've done about it, and to learn from their experiences and to connect with them as well. But it would be also very, very interesting to see who we can reach out to who might like to support a campaign against breast ironing, but also against female circumcision, financially, and with other kinds of support. So, there are loads of logistical challenges to doing this work. In my experience, you need a way to get to these communities safely. And when you're there, you need somewhere to stay safely and things like that. So there are always the logistics of it. But let's see who else is working on this and what we can do to come together as an international group to combat it. It also might be interesting to try and capture some of these stories. And I know that has to be done sensitively with anonymity so that people aren't at risk if they do tell their story of running away from their family, of having their breast ironed, of having their clitoris removed, whatever it is that's happened. So we would need to find a safe and anonymous way to help women and families capture those stories, because I think that often hearing a story in the first person is very, very effective for a community like this.
Okay.
Let's keep talking. Let's keep talking every week and see what we can do to really grow your network.
All right.
It's amazing the work that you're doing.
Thank
It really
you.
is. I can't
Thank
believe
you.
I've never heard of this issue before, and
Thank
I'm
you.
really grateful that you've raised it.
Thank you very much. Thank
Are
you.
you gonna be here next week?
Yes, ma'am.
You are fantastic. Are you gonna be here? Well, we'll see if the strike permits.
Ah.
Now we have to hope the strike permits.
Praying. let it last for just that next week.
Just till
Yeah,
Thursday.
Yeah, just the next week alone.
Are you gonna bring your children to the launch?
Yes, I will bring them.
That would be wonderful. That's
Yes.
next Thursday.
Yes, I'll bring them.
We'll get them connected and see what we can do.
It's okay.
I'm so grateful you're here today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, well, we'll keep talking.
All right. Thank you.
It's a shocking, shocking issue, huh?
Interesting, strange.
How did you first come across it?
On net.
On the net?
Yeah, I was just browsing.
So it's out there.
How?
And you yourself went to go and look for it, or you found it in your clinics?
I found it in my clinic first. I decided to now go look for it. Though she didn't know what it is, she just told me they used something to press her breast. So I just say, let me just key in and see breast ironing.
I'm going to look it up tonight. I mean,
Please try.
I will.
Is it interesting?
I mean, it is. It's absolutely fascinating.
Thank you.